I'm just a huge fan of Voice's mission and work, and to have a statewide advocacy organization that focuses specifically on children is just such a crucial role for somebody to play, and Voices has stepped into that void and done such a terrific job.
We were one of only 3 states in the entire country that did not have a multi-issue, statewide, independent child advocacy organization. I said, well, that just can't be.
And it started with the Freddie Mac Foundation and their idea that this was something Virginia did not have and that they needed desperately. And so they just came into it wholeheartedly with a guy named David Robinson.
We wanted to sponsor an effort to create a statewide children's advocacy organization, what became the Action Alliance for Virginia's Children and Youth.
And we love the current name, Voices, because you're speaking for the most vulnerable population that don't have a voice.
From the beginning, we knew that Voices would need to be a nonpartisan organization. Children's issues affect everyone, regardless of what your party line is. And so from the beginning, with our steering committee, we had a first lady who was the wife of a Republican governor and a first lady who was the wife of a Democratic governor.
We created a board of directors. I served on that board of directors. I guess I could call it a labor of love. We wanted it to be created and stationed in Richmond.
Educating the legislators who are making the rules, but also just the general public. And so very quickly we got involved with Kids Count. It was giving us money to study and to do actual statistics.
We also looked for a diverse group. It wasn't just geographically diverse, ethnically, socioeconomically diverse. People who really not only were passionate about children, but could bring a lot of their own experience, knowledge, talents to the table as well. We knew that this was going to be a huge effort. And for it to be successful and for it to last over a long period of time, we had to build a strong foundation with good people who understood and were committed to this.
My mother was one of the original founders of Voices. She was very proud of that involvement. It was also just fun during those years to watch the organization grow and really establish itself as a trusted voice, particularly at the General Assembly, but really more broadly, a trusted voice in the community on behalf of young people.
Even in the very beginning, legislators knew immediately that this was the place to call. Got something that's coming up, don't understand what the issues are, call Voices, and there'll be somebody there who can really give you the answers.
When you influence public policy and you influence the budgets of the states to invest more in children, you're going to have not just a bigger impact, but a much more sustainable impact.
We wanted to establish something that would be alive and well for the long term. And I look back with pride on what we've done here. And I'm grateful that I had a chance to be part of it.
Unfortunately, there will always be a need for an organization like Voices. The needs of children are never at the top of the agenda, it seems. So we always have to have committed people, passionate people like those who work at Voices and all their colleagues and people around the state to be at the table, at the public policy table, ensuring that the kids are not forgotten.
The policy arena is where decisions are made about laws that affect children and families. And without Voices, there's really nobody who's filling that niche of an effective voice on behalf of all of Virginia's children all across the state and all the many issues where government impacts them.
I don't think that we will solve all the problems for children in the next 25 years. I don't know whether the current staff plans to stay that long, but maybe.
I would love to see Virginia continue to do better by our young people on mental health issues, on education, early education, our foster youth. We've got so many opportunities to do better by our young people. They are our future, and as a state, we have so many opportunities to serve our young people and our families better, and Voices has a key role in helping make that happen.
You're not going to move the dial for kids in Virginia if we all just sit back and hope something will happen, hope that our elected officials or agency leaders will do the right thing. It took an organization that could bring many people, many organizations, elected officials, the public, committed, caring citizens to come together to make an impact on outcomes for children. I don't think that would have ever happened if it wasn't for Voices leading that effort.